Good morning, family. This is Antoine Smalls with Financial Blueprint. We are back and we're talking real estate. All right, this week, about a week ago, I had a tenant leave the property, and we are turning over this property right here to get ready for the new tenant. And in real time, I wanted to, take a moment and provide some authentic content regarding real estate and how you can utilize real estate to help you in your financial journey, create a level of passive income. Things on taxes is really good on real estate, but long-term appreciation in property is the probably the most easiest path to growing wealth long-term. So being that we are currently in a turnover phase to the new tenant, I wanted to take you through a property, show you some of these things, talk about real estate, and let's continue on this financial journey together. Again, if you like this content, subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone that needs to hear it. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. So the tenant left about a week ago, and for the most part, the tenant left the property in good shape. It was these little repairs that we had to make, to the floor as we go up the steps. In the bedrooms, there was a little bit of, items that we need to take care of. All in all, for the most part, the property looks pretty good. The bathroom definitely needed to be cleaned. We got some drywall issues that we're going to take care of this weekend. Some more drywall issues over there. This week has been, taking the time out to go through each bedroom, go through each room in the house, check the foundations, making sure that the walls, the ceilings, everything, windows, doors, lights. Had to change all of the batteries in the smoke detectors. I'm making sure that that's taken care of. Everything, taking a look at everything in the property, looking at what we need to fix, and then starting the process of, fixing those items. So I've been a landlord for 2 years at this property specifically, and it's been a learning experience. For sure, it's been a learning experience. The one thing I'll say is one of the most important things that you need to consider when it comes to renting homes is the tenant that you choose. The tenant is probably one of the most important decisions that you make when renting out a property, because that person then basically dictates how easy or hard your life is as a landlord. If they pay rent, obviously, communication, if you got maintenance issues, how do you handle those things? Two people being on the same page, the tenant as well as the landlord being on the same page about how everything is operating within that property. If you have a great tenant, it can be a great relationship, be a great business deal. If you don't have a good tenant, then it could be pretty frustrating, to say the least, and it can cost you a lot of money, depending on if they damage your property, if they don't let you know if you have maintenance issues. So that was a learning experience for me. And as we move forward with my property manager, obviously that's something that we discuss, and that's something that we continue to evaluate. Right. So right now we are this weekend we're going to be doing a lot of repairs. While the property manager is assessing tenants, we was able to get close to 15, almost 20 applications in a week. So there is no absence of people that want to move and and get into good property. So that's a blessing to be able to say that we got over, close to 20 applications, and out of those 20, there's about 4 or 5 that has everything from a criteria perspective of what we want when it comes to the new tenant moving forward. So that's just a quick walkthrough. When it comes to the process of the turnover for the property, again, we're working on the repairs. We have workers coming out this weekend. We evaluating new tenants, making sure that the house is taken care of so that we can get this property back on the back and turned over as quickly as possibly can.